She is
haunted.
Oh.
By something that wants to hurt her and hurt us, and is very convincing.
But are we sure that Imogen is all right with her?
I mean, I think so. They love each other. I don't think anyone's looking out for Imogen more than anyone in the world, but...
Sorry, I mean to interrupt you. They what?
They've...
Oh, it's been a while.
They love each other?
Oh! Shit! We should do a whole level set.
No, they love each other. Well, you explained what was going on with the war and all of that, but Imogen and Lana?
So much has happened. Yes.
Well, I know I shouldn't be happy right now, but that just seems like a good thing. Now I understand why they went together to talk it out.
Yes.
I thought we should all be out there helping rein her in, but it's up to lovers.
It's a thing.
I get it.
Progression. They're in love. Fern and I had a threesome.
Excuse me?
There's a whole bunch of stuff we can catch up on.
Wait, Fern and I had a threesome. The math doesn't add up. Fern and I had a threesome.
The third one was an ex of mine from 200 years ago.
It was awesome.
Right?
Awesome.
Standard stuff,
A werewolf
really.
time.
I feel like
Monster situation.
a little left out. But that's all right. That's all right. I get it. No, still time.
It's a great...
There's still a lot of meat left on this bone. Don't worry.
All right, that's not what I meant. Okay.
Yeah, I think they're okay.
It seems to flare up every once in a while. There seems to be a desire for power from this entity inside of Laudna, and I thought she had it under control, but Isilra was different, and it's been a minute since we've seen that lapse.
When we were split up, and we traveled for a while with someone that we only realized that the last second was part of the Ruby Vanguard. And this guy tried to kill us. And
we all got a little...
Well, he would have tried to. He tried to kill us twice. And I believe he would have tried a third time. So Laudna did what all three of us were prepared to do. And once it started, you could see her sliding.
Friend is different than a monster or rogue on the road. I understand.
And he knew how to cut. He knew what to say. He had seen us, and he cut deep.
The choice was right, but the consequences were steep.
I think what Lana doesn't understand is that she's powerful without her. I think she thinks she needs her.
We can use what she gives us, or we can't. That'll be up to us, but I promise I will talk to you all about it.
That's good enough for me.
So what do you guys do now? Do you, like, put your hands in the center and say,
We can.
that's how?
We should have like a good...
We could. We actually don't have...
Even all this time you haven't come up with something like... No secret
I mean,
handshakes?
It's
No?
really weird that we have...
I mean, that was like
With
a
the bottle
trope, a
appropriate?
stereotype. I'll do
It's
it.
really cheesy,
do it
but
Well, if you want
is that a thing? I don't know if that's a thing with like...
People do it.
We can
We
do
don't
it
have
for
to
the
do it.
first,
We can
but
do
you,
anything we wanted to.
I think you have to choose like what we say. Like, don't they count to...
Ding dong, here we come. It's bells, hells. I'm just spitballing. I'm spitballing. It can be anything.
Ding dong. I understand ding
Yeah.
Ding dong is really not.
It could be
Welcome to Hells.
not bad, not bad. With the two finger, we all shoot finger guns at each other.
I have a thing that I
cool.
but then if you're carrying
I saw a
stuff,
guy
that
with
just
one
looks
of
weird. We all, yeah. Do I put down the hammer if we do that? Is that how if we're gonna do that? That's weird. I feel like it's just complicated.
Oh, because I ham on a gun.
Oh, we could say like hammer time or something like that.
wow.
Yes, I mean, like, no.
I feel like I've seen someone do that before.
All right.
We'll workshop it.
We'll workshop it. We'll workshop
But I like
We'll
this
workshop.
idea, though. We'll figure it
Someone
I
think
got
about
one.
it.
I'll go first. Ready? Everybody put your hands in.
Okay, all right, yes, yes.
Here we go. Come on. Chetney needs sleep on 3. 1, 2, 3. Chetney needs sleep. All right.
Pretty good.
But it's also a kick-ass
It's a
weapon.
fucking sick sword.
That it requires attunement.
Yeah.
Someone should use that sword.
Says
I say, I know this is
Why would we
probably
take that
mixed
off the
messages,
table? Why would we-
but
It is.
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we'll
yeah,
get
we'll
to
get
it.
to it. I say we use the sword.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Butcher's bid, bring a power. Anybody
I
want?
may hold and wait and see. Maybe we'll find some cool stuff in the snow.
And then a brief moment, the magic begins to pull you in once more, the breath seeming pulled from your lungs as you feel the gravity drawing you into the center. As it releases, I need one of you to roll a D100 for me, please.
Who's doing it? Who's doing it?
Do you want?
I'm not doing
You
it.
got the most experience.
You.
No.
Pajamas.
Where are they? Where is it?
2d10.
Is it?
It's
They're the
yeah,
twin
that
dice.
one, and
yeah.
then a
one and
D10.
Find that one's twin.
And then a D10. Wait, no,
Same shape.
Oh, that's even scarier.
So one of them is the tens, one of them is the single digits.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got this.
Tell
Dora.
me if it's good or bad. I'm gonna do it right in the middle so everybody
Do
can
it.
see.
14.
And
Is that right?
10 and 4?
Yeah, 14.
14.
Why is he's doing it? That ain't
Low
good.
numbers are great.
That's not good.
Lowest number wins,
feel
just like
like-
golf.
Look, you're just gonna look at Matt's face.
Same thing, right?
As you all get pulled
did
in, you see like the arcane tunnel begin to pull, and then suddenly this like clouded static fires from the middle of your minds. The arcane core of what was pulling you in detonates, and you all go scattered across the room, slamming into the wooden walls. The wood panels splinter a bit, and you all kind of land dazed for a minute.
Auspicious start.
How did we do?
that was fun.
How did we do?
Is it Aeor?
Good job.
All of you take 11 points of force damage.
You guys are jerks!
The gate.
Are we there yet?
What did you do?
Nothing.
As Essek pulls himself off the floor and goes, like I said, Isocross can be a challenge to arrive at. Let us try again.
Oh, okay.
Cross your fingers a little.
Ashton can try too.
I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not gonna
Releases the magic and you're all pulled forward. I need somebody to roll a D100 again.
45.
45.
It's in the middle.
Better
That's
than
better.
14,
Middles
right?
are good.
Yeah.
You're all brought in, and suddenly land. The landscape is cold.
Okay, good.
Cold is good.
There is a wind that begins to kick in, and you immediately kind of pull yourself into a warmer space. A gentle fall of snow begins to evaporate around you. You see these rolling white fields of snow in a surrounding mountain range. About 100 feet to your right, you see what looks to be an encampment in disarray. Kind of looks like an abandoned encampment, some tents that have kind of fallen, bits of kind of old wooden furniture itself, snow and ice coated. As you all kind of take in this surroundings here, you realize you've arrived. As Essek looks around. Well, we fucked up.
What?
There's a lot of different
Thanks.
snow in the world.
I thought you said cold.
He points off in the distance, and you see amongst the mountain range that's cresting, there is one mountain that, actually a pair of twin mountains side by side, where you can see kind of the clouds above. There is hints of, looks like a cityscape built into these twin snowy mountains. That's Lyrengorn, so we are far north of Taldore. All right.
Come on, somebody be good.
You got it right. So here's the thing.
Rollies?
Can you not do it again?
I can do it once more for the day.
What? You can what?
What?
I can do this
Got one
once
more
more for
chamber.
the day.
Okay.
Oh, come on, man.
Don't
Come on, baby.
up, Taliesin.
Come on, baby.
Closing
money, big
his,
money.
warms his fingers for a second.
Take me to the islands. 61.
61.
better every time.
That's a D minus.
Wow, too real.
That's too real.
Sorry.
You feel yourself pulled through the sudden thrust of arcane energy. You all land again in a different set of heavy snow. About knee to thigh deep. Your legs are chilled into space.
Oh, it's even colder.
I can't see anything.
The dress now.
The snow here is a bit high, and around it you can see more jagged, more dangerous-looking mountains, closer, surrounding you, the heavy peaks of it looking like, in some points like needles or claws, and others it kind of falls into broken elements. And as you all stand there taking it in, not too far off, you can see this beautiful castle, a fortress of some kind. You can see it maybe about half a mile away from where you stand. The more you look at it, parts of it look like it's old, it's aged. Maybe it's seen some damage through history. Essek goes, well, at least we're a nice across. We're not at our intended destination.
How far away from our destination are we?
I'm not certain. I've not been to this part of the continent.
So you don't recognize that castle in the distance?
I do not.
Right.
And as he looks over towards the castle, you also see there are like things moving along this fortress.
What are those?
Oh no.
I think they want to be friends.
You also see a handful of other like darkened figures, like kind of walking through the snow, and maybe only a few hundred feet away, these two lumbering figures kind of just cresting through. You see these 20-ish foot tall humanoid creatures. Based on the heavy furred and bone-based armor across, they look to be giant-like. One of them with kind of a pale grayish blue skin amongst its, tattered furred armor, carrying behind it, dragging what looks to be some sort of a large axe that just kind of carves through the snow like a plow pushing through a field of white. The other one, as it lumbers, you can see bluish-gray skin for parts of it. The parts where exposed bone isn't shown.
That's 100 feet off.
They're
About
they're
150,
undead
200 feet off.
Are
undead
giants usually nice giants?
No.
Not these kind. These are unliving. These are unliving frost giants.
Good
I
rest.
need an extensive bit of sleep, yes. And he reaches into a pouch and pulls out a face mask.
Well, good night.
And kind of just like curls up at the far back part of the dome against the little hillscape that's there. Pops in.
When he starts to fall asleep, I'm gonna lift up his robe and kind of look at his feet.
Once he passes out, you mean?
Once he passes out.
Okay, make a side hand check.
Like his shoes or boots or
See how he's floating.
I thought you just wanted to see his feet.
Not his feet.
Essek on Foot Finder.
I rolled a 2. Sleight of hand.
Count on Wikiview.
9.
A 9.
It's just regular feet.
Just barely sees. As you peek, it kind of like shoots up a little bit and pulls the face mask up a little bit over one eye and goes like, "Is there an issue?"
Did you want a foot rub to help you sleep? I was just gonna help you try to. I walk out of the globe.
As you start, goes back to rest. All kind of held deep beneath ice crystals, like little peeking layers of thicker ice that kind of has entombed beneath it. These skeletal remains that look like before they were frozen were treated in some awful way. not locked beneath the ice itself, but a heavy layer of frost, you do see 3 not quite as ancient corpses. Kind of among where you stand, you see shreds of clothing and armor, kind of wrapping mostly damaged bone, the majority of the flesh torn away before the remainder was left to freeze.
Oh, it's lewdness. Look at that.
Great.
We won.
Problem solved.
Success.
One of them appears similar in size to you, Orem. 2 others that look a bit larger. One kind of fairly large, but you can see these skeletons. The bones have been nearly picked clean from flesh on the surface. They have also a number of wounds across the bone. Something must have torn into them, or not. You also notice in some of the legs impact injuries to the legs. These individuals had a rough time.
Something's down here.
Essek. Is Essek down with us? We're all down?
Yeah, Essek's like hovering, kind of looking around. All right, so first things first, do not touch anything brown. That's not dirt.
Mold?
That's a mold, and it's a dangerous one. If it becomes a problem, do not try and light it on fire. It is immune.
Do you know anything about these people?
I do indeed.
Yeah, dude.
I'm with you now. I'm sorry. I
It
caught it.
took a minute to
I
get
caught
there.
it. I caught it.
Retracing 99 steps.
Who did we?
Oh my God!
Send tumbling down the.
Yeah, we took out half the team.
We set that big ass trap.
Is that Captain America moment?
Good night.
I just do that.
So Essek responds, says, on my first journey down here, my compatriots made sure we weren't followed by a few unsavory types, and it seems that what we left behind, some other denizens of these ruins found what was left. And looks to you and goes, looks like you carry some similar skills as well. Be careful not to lose your footing, Blood Hunter.
Right, this is where 4 of those.
Called out.
You start to move in the direction of like that leaning tower and like the rocks around it, but then the sound of stone seems to be emanating from that side, and you kind of switch back around the edge to go hide. All right, let's go ahead and roll.
Let's go. Nope.
27.
All right.
Natural 1.
No.
Yes, bitch.
23.
It's gonna be funny when I get possessed.
19.
Okay.
26.
9.
9?
9.
What do you mean?
35. What's wrong with you people?
35. Wait, why didn't you have
Judge,
the 10?
He didn't go.
By past the
Judged
choice.
individually.
Yeah, he buggered away from us. There's 3 that don't get the plus down.
So no.
You did
so
just
yeah,
do a straight roll, though.
as a group stealth check,
I finally.
you all kind of dart off to the side to stay quiet and just quietly watch. And you see this shape begin to like round the bend beside the tower. And you see this tall, thin, lumbering humanoid shape just begin to walk around near that tent as it kind of like, it's dragging something behind it. And you can see, it looks to be, it looks like part of a statue, to the point where you can almost see like the hand that was gripping this massive hammer that is partially cracked, that is now being dragged as a hammer by this entity behind it. Part of the hammer's head is like grinding flat on an edge from it dragging it through the city for who knows how long. But this like tall, spindly creature, as it gets around the edge and begins walking towards the tent, 15 feet tall, 20, a little over 20 feet tall, long, thin limbs. There are facets of it that would remind you of the Nightmare King if it wasn't like standing straight up as opposed to spider-like on the ground, where its shoulders are, its head seems to kind of arch forward in this long like hood that hangs, but there's no hood there, there's no clothing. It's like the skin itself kind of hangs around the sides and creates almost a hood. From what best you can see, as it gets closer to the tent kind of lit from underneath by the very faintest of fiery glow that kind of gets it. You can see like these like weird grayish flesh folds going beneath it.
Cool.
Grayish flesh.
Long, thin, like overextended forearms that kind of drag this kind of hammer behind it. And as it kind of glances round, it spins and looks, and you can see where its chest is. There is just this kind of spinning rows of teeth that kind of slightly shift and kind of.
Is it in such a way?
Like the baby, but grown up.
Better not be calling.
And you watch as the kind of toothy maw in the center of the source. Feels good when it feels right.
When it feels right, yeah, say it,
When
baby.
it feels right.
Yeah.
Begins to open, and you hear these little sounds, and something crawls out of it.
Shut up! Get out!
3, 4,
4?
6.
No!
Numerous of these like strange, somewhat translucent. They look almost like large scorpions or some sort of insect-like creature begin to like crawl down its legs into the ground and begin to like scatter, searching with these like weird antennas out the front as they kind of curl through. Where you can see them, their chitinous shell is translucent, almost like you can see the inner workings of it through its armored shell.
That's disgusting.
That's cool.
And they just begin to scatter and search around as the creature like.
They came out of his stomach hole.
Dog mouth.
Toothy maw.
Yeah.
Belly button.
As this happens, Laudan, you kind of move back, and your foot catches one of the nearby stones that you thought would hold your weight before it kicks out from under you. And at which point, there's a brief moment where you will hold your breath and think maybe nobody saw it. It looks right in your direction as all the creatures begin to skitter in your direction. That's where we're going to pick up next week.